in Rockaway, New Jersey for Pope John Lions boys soccer. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's match. The Morris Knolls Golden Eagles leading the Pope John Lions at halftime. 2-0 your score. Goals scored by Thomas Becht and Anthony Delgado in the first half. A bit of a turnaround from the last time these two teams met when Pope John had a halftime lead of 2-1. And then it was Morris Knolls coming back in the second half to take a 3-2 victory. Can Pope John turn the trick the other way today? We'll see. Let's give you the rosters. Morris Knolls, number 0 is Kyle Boland. Number 00, Quentin Fitzpatrick. Goalkeeper, number 1, Angelo Diasti. Number 2, Tyler Carifi. Number 3, Thomas Becht. 4, Hayden Cote. 5, Jonathan Carifi. 6, Gabriel Restrepo. 7, Anthony Delgado. 8, Brian Bolka. Number 9, Liam Coviello. 10, Jackson Robinson. 11, Diogo Casano. 12, Delmiro Dates. 13, Grayson Schnell. 14, Santiago Garcia Arroyo. 15, Bruno Rosso. 16, Robert Ginobili. 17, Jefferson Zapata. 18, Kevin Doyle. Jacob Lukeson is 20. Michael DiCongilio, number 21. Ryan Mahoney, 22. Liam Potts, 23. 24 is Ben Priestner. 25, Aiden Kana. Head coach of the Golden Eagles for Morris Knolls is Mike Mugavero. Assistant coach Thomas Keefe. For the Pope John Lions, we start with number 2, Stephen Leonard. Number 3, Graydon Morrow. Number 4, Ethan Poplowski. Number 5, Santiago Vargas. Number 6, Sergio Carabajo. Number 7, Chris Opat. Number 8, Landon Terrazas. Number 9, Damian Stawowi. Number 10, Nick Aceto. Manny Vargas is number 11. Number 12 is Daniel Burns. Number 14, Ethan Nowak. 15, Teo Fadillo. 16, Tyler Wright. 17, Sebastian Alvarez. 18, Heath Galant. 20, William Franco. 21, Anthony Patino. 22, Alex Cuello. 23, Chris Sabella. Number 8 in the JV jersey, Logan Clerico. I think he's wearing number 19 today. Quinn Clemens is 24. 26, Jacob Burns. 28, Ethan Burns. Matthew Villardo, goalkeeper, as well as Zach Cash. And the goalkeeper right now for Pope John, number 1, Matthew Rivera. Here we go. We start out the second half. We'll give you all the administration in just a minute. Here is Manny Vargas. Down the pitch it goes as the Lions are now going left to right on your screen. Morris Knolls right to left. On the far sideline. Taken away by Robinson. Right in front of the official scores table down to Morris Knolls bench. Robinson toward the middle. Passes off to Bolka. Trying to find Delgado. Offside. All right, let's go ahead and give you the administration while we have a minute. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The VP and chaplain is Father John Calabro. The athletic director, Brian McAleer. Athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano, Jordan Martin. Site manager, Ben Perez. The head coach of the Pope John Lions boys soccer team is Christian Ardilla. Assistant coach, Jared Ottaviano. I'm Mike Formasano. We're here live at Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. Your score, 2-0. Morris Knolls leading over Pope John. Just underway for the second half. We got an injured player, and that's what the stoppage is all about. Looks like, I think that's Chris Sabella being treated by the trainers. We'll see what happens with Pope John when we resume. Can they score 2 goals here in the second half and level this match? We'll see. Morris Knolls was able to come back in September, being down 2-1 to Pope John going into the second half. Jackson Robinson scored twice to give the Golden Eagles a 3-2 win. Morris Knolls 10-7 on the year, 6-4 in the NJAC National. Pope John is 8-7 on the season with a 4-5 record in division. Also in the National of the NJAC. 3 more home games for the Lions coming up. Tomorrow against Kittatinny, and then next week against Montville and then Morris Hills. See if we can get out to the 2 games next week. We won't be able to tomorrow. Initially, it was scheduled for Friday. Would have been able to. But since it's been moved to tomorrow, we've already committed to the volleyball for tomorrow, senior night going on. Ethan Poplowski with the header. Now the boot by number 9, Coviello, out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. It won't be live tomorrow. We won't be on at 4 p.m., but if you want to join us at Pope John High School at the Murphy Athletic Center, 4 p.m. is the start time for the JV game, followed by senior night festivities, for the volleyball team, and then the varsity as they play Randolph. We'll have that up on the channel later on tomorrow evening. This is obviously live, but anything inside the Murphy Athletic Center, the internet signal is not too strong. So here's Robinson coming in. Jackson Robinson to pass over to Thomas Becht. Becht in the near corner now. Stops. Poplawski on him. Through his legs. Nice. Here, toward the goal. The shot. Score. Wow. A beautiful goal. No other way around it. Pope John would have needed a miracle to save that. They could have played the best defense possible and not been able to stop that. That was perfect. Thomas Becht right into the middle, and Anthony Delgado cutting across. Slams it into the back of the net. The goal comes a minute 36 into the second half. Anthony Delgado is second in the match from Thomas Becht, and it's 3-0 Morris Knolls. Hello from Great Britain. I see a name on the screen there. Hope everything is going well in the United Kingdom. Here's Stowawi. I love any kind of shout-outs. Wherever you are, let me know. I love to see international shout-outs. That's great. Hopefully I'm doing the sport justice over there in the UK. Here's a pass over near sideline. Goes out of bounds. Pope John throwing. Poplawski over to Stowawi. Knocked out of bounds by Becht. Poplawski again, the OPAT. Near the side, over the head of Terrazas. Gives it over to Stowawi. Stopped there by Coviello. And it'll be a free kick for Pope John. Stowawi slow to get up, but he looks to be all right, which is good to see. Petito starts it up quickly. Now Teo gives it to Terrazas. Landed Terrazas toward the middle. Terrazas looking to set up room. Pass over to Nowak, just out of his reach. Diassi's going to come out of his net and play it. Angelo Diassi slows things down. 3 minutes in here, second half. Morris Knolls is taking a 3-0 lead on Pope John. Ball on the far sideline. There is Robinson racing in. Jackson Robinson. Pass to Delgado. He's got a brace already. Goes out of bounds. Morris Knolls will inbound. Robinson's kept up the score sheet today, but Delgado's got 2, so he's looking for the hat trick. That'll be a throw-in for Morris Knolls. Thomas Becht. His throw-in toward the middle, high up in the air, and headed just wide right of the cage. Out of bounds. And a goal kick. We got an injured Pope John player down. That looks to be Manny Vargas. We're going to take an injury timeout. We'll be back to Morris Knolls High School right after this. They're calling over the medic. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Morris Knolls High School in Rockaway, New Jersey. Well, Manny Vargas back on his feet, and that is very good to see. He's holding the back of his head, though, so definitely some concern as he slowly walks off the pitch. So we hope Manny is all right. Keeping our prayers. 36:08 to go in the second half, and Pope John trailing 3-0. It'll be a goal kick for Pope John when we start back up. As I said, tomorrow on the channel, but not live. It'll be tape delayed. The volleyball senior night. We're part of USAOEN. We're in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, Rockaway, New Jersey, about 20 miles just west of New York City. So we had the volleyball tomorrow, and then on Friday, nothing scheduled as of yet. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. from Jersey City, New Jersey. It'll be the Pope John Lions freshman football team against St. Peter's Prep Marauders. That'll be at 9 a.m. And then the varsity plays at noon, home at Pope John High School. Here's Opat. Turns around. Stops it there. Taken away by Delgado. Bolka in there. Brian Bolka. Patino fighting him for the ball. Comes over to Tyler Wright. Tyler Wright making his first appearance today. Here's Stowawi. Damian Stowawi back to Poplawski. Out of Patino. Good kick over to Stowawi. On the sideline, it's going to be Morris Knolls' possession. Here's a throw in. Good header. Now Patino toward the near side. Out of bounds. It will be Michael DiCagilio. Nope, gives it over to Thomas Becht. Here's Becht with the throw in. Picked up by Robinson. Robinson, one of the captains on Morris Knolls. Pass over Bolka, intercepted by Teo. Teo will shoot it down the pitch to midfield. Picked up there by Coviello. Liam Coviello over to number 15, Bruno Rosso. Player down, that is Cote. Now Rosso with it. In the corner, Robinson has it. Robinson, Opat on him. Steals it away, Opat. Down the sideline, out of bounds. Substitutions in for Morris Knolls. 33:59 to go. Second half. Golden Eagles holding a 3-0 lead on Pope John. So on Saturday, we have the football scheduled. We have Junior Lions football, hopefully 11U and 13U on Sunday. We'll have to find out what the announcements will be from Pop Warner later in the week. Header toward the goal. Save, Rivera. Good save off the header by number 22, Ryan Mahoney. And now Rivera down the pitch. High, boot in the air. Coviello, the header back. Now over to Delgado. Delgado, Patino on him. Good move by Delgado. Looking for that third goal. Ball in the corner. Good slide tackle there. In front of Zapata. Stolen away by Poplawski. Underneath. Now the pass. Intercepted by Stowawi. As the wind really picks up here. Zapata. Gives it over to Becht. Thomas Becht trying to get around right. Poplawski runs him off the ball. Toward the back line. Pope John picks it up. There's Stowawi. Taken by Robinson. Centered. Cleared by Fadillo. Now right. Whistle on the play. And it's going to be Pope John with a free kick. So Sunday, Junior Lions football. Then Monday, JV football at St. Peter's Prep, 4 p.m., Jersey City, New Jersey. I believe on Tuesday we have field hockey. And then Wednesday and Friday next week, boys soccer. Don't know, Thursday, maybe freshman football. I think I saw that on the list. So, should have something almost every day going forward, except Friday. I don't know why the boys soccer team moved the game from Kittatinny off of a Friday to Thursday. But apparently nothing on the schedule for Friday. Girls soccer, boys soccer, field hockey. All the season's winding down. We're heading quickly to the state tournaments. And that is a fun time. Here's Stowawi. The kick over to Nowak, just out of his reach. It goes into the far side. Starting up soon, ice hockey, boys and girls basketball. We'll look forward to hoping to set up exciting seasons for each of those here on the channel. A great year of ice hockey last year. Basketball is terrific. Girls basketball team getting all the way to the sectional final after winning sectionals the year before against Immaculate Heart. In the semifinal this year, went to overtime. And Mia Washington hitting a game-winning shot in overtime to defeat Immaculate Heart. Send the Lions to the sectional final against Morris Catholic. Boys team, new head coach Dan Whalen coming in. Should be an exciting new beginning for the boys basketball team. And head coach Ryan Brown running the ice hockey team. And we're looking forward to seeing all of that. They have their first game, I think, exhibition against Montclair from Skylands Ice World set in December. Here's Burns. Daniel Burns looking for the throw-in now. Comes into Terrazas. Goes out of bounds. Burns at the throw-in. Pope John looking to get on the board here. Break the shutout, if anything. It's Angelo Diasti holding down a clean sheet right now. Ball goes out of bounds. So, yeah, Pope John against Kittatinny. It's on the schedule for tomorrow. If it does change back to Friday for any reason, we definitely have an opening. We'll be able to cover it. So, just we can't tomorrow because we've already committed to volleyball, which we want to see all the senior nights. And we've done that for everybody else. So, field hockey is supposed to have a senior night. They had it postponed, so I don't know when the makeup is. We will try and get out there for that. Here is Terrazas. Haven't seen field hockey in a while. They've been on the road lately. I know we're on the road today, but I don't think they've had a lot of matches in the past few weeks. Last saw them in the second round of the 100 in Warren Sussex tournament after they had that great first round game against 100 in Central, the overtime win. Caitlin Honig scoring the game winner in overtime. That was thrilling. And then they lost to Delaware Valley. Last Wednesday we were out at Frenchtown. Here's Sabella. Kick up. Out of bounds. It'll be a Pope John ball. Here's Teo. I'll give it off to Tyler Wright. Wright with the throw-in. Gives it to Nowak. Good touch. Over to Terrazas. Take it away. Cote has it for Morris Knolls. Now to Becht. Thomas Becht with it. Becht with a boot down the near side. Vargas gets there. Matty Vargas back in the lineup, but that is really good to see. I don't want to see any other players go down for Pope John. Here is Delgado. Delgado on the near side, looking to break in. Good defense by Wright. Wright sends it up, stolen by Cote. Cote, pass across. Handled there by the wing. Comes in on goal. Rivera will scoop it up before Bruno Rosso couldn't jump on it. 28-10 remaining, second half. 3-0. Morris Knolls leads over Pope John. This is the Lions' last road regular season match for 2025. 3 more home matches, and then the New Jersey State Tournament. Everything winding down as the weather gets colder. We race to winter sports. Now handled back by number 18, Kevin Doyle. It's going to go over the back line. Stop there. Doyle will send it over to Diasti. Angelo Diasti. Kick down the pitch. Just shy of the midfield stripe. Headed back by Patino. Here is Sabella. Heads it to the turf. Slows it down. Gives it to Patino. Patino. Back to Wright. Tyler Wright on the near side. Pass over to Terrazas. Gives it back to Patino. Now Manny Vargas. Vargas down the pitch. Looking to spring. That's Steve Leonard. Leonard down there. Wide left. Goes out of bounds. And a goal kick for Morris Knolls. About 15 minutes in here in the second half. 3-0. Morris Knolls leading Pope John. Mike Formasano along with you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you may be, including the United Kingdom, as I saw that earlier today. So that's great. Going international here. Here is Becht. Thomas Becht. Tyler Wright on him. Becht, the kick towards the middle, cleared out of the way. Back down the pitch it comes. Here's Patino. And a bump by Morris Knolls, and that will set up a free kick for Pope John. Here is Patino. Pass to Terrazas. Landed Terrazas racing into Morris Knolls territory. He's got a lane. The pass up. Gallant racing in. Diasti makes a dive to stop that. Oh, good work by Pope John there. Terrazas just hustling down the field, down the pitch. And then great pass to Gallant, just a little out of his reach. Sabella now to Terrazas. Landon Terrazas trying to get around the Morris Knolls defense. Tyler Wright back the other way. Good header there. Wright stops it. Turned back around by Delgado. Here's Becht. Becht. Taken by Opat. Opat will give it to Wright. Tyler Wright. Good header. Right in front of Becht. Now Delgado has it. Out of bounds. Pope John possession. Less than 25 minutes remaining in the second half. 3-0 your score. Morris Knolls leading over Pope John. Now into Patino. Anthony Patino. Off of the chest area of number 13, Grayson Schnell. Now Patino. Goes to Vargas. Vargas up the pitch. Stays on his feet. Vargas maneuvering through the Morris Knolls defense. Pass up. He's got Leonard. Leonard on the far side. Steve Leonard down the lane. Their shot. Save Diasti. What a save by Angelo Diasti. Steve Leonard, great hustle down the pitch and got a good shot off. Good header by Vargas. Back over. There's Teo. Teo looking for, that's Leonard again. Steve Leonard coming in with Cuello. Leonard on the far side, trying to get it centered, can't do so. Right in the corner. Comes back to the middle, Gallant in there. Now Sabella toward the goal. Saved by Diasti. Kind of floated in, but he read it all the way. Good work by Pope John, generating a couple of offensive scoring chances in the past 2 minutes. You know, is it impossible to get 3 goals in 23 minutes? Absolutely not. But the earlier they score now, the better they'll have a chance to get back into this match. We're in Morristown. They scored 5 goals in the first half against the Colonials. Or was it 4? May have been 4. Yeah, they scored the 5th goal in the second half. But 5 goals in the whole match. Scored 7 against Kittatinny. Here's the boot down the pitch. Stopped by Coviello. Teo has it there. Now Leonard. Steve Leonard on the far side. Right in front of the Morris Knolls bench, and it went off his foot. And so Morris Knolls with possession. Tough break for Leonard there. Tried to maneuver it and just slipped off his foot as the Morris Knolls player made sure not to touch it. Coviello with it. Now over to Robinson. Turned around by Opat. Stopped there by number 23. That's Liam Potts. Now at the pitch. Zapata coming in. Oh, good block by Vargas. Manny Vargas in on that. Manuel Vargas with the pass up to Leonard, just out of his reach. Set out of bounds by number 18, Kevin Doyle. 21 and change to go, second half. 3-0 your score. Morris Knolls leading over Pope John. Mike Formasano here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon that's turning to evening very quickly here in October. Give it about 2-3 weeks, the sun will be down by this time. It'll be dark by 4:30. And I can't wait. Off of Tyler, I know, I'm the only person on planet Earth, I think, that likes the 4:30 sunset. But you get to experience more at nighttime. Here's Vargas coming in. Vargas, one man to beat. Just can't get around. Number 20, Jacob Luxon. Now toward the near side, Becht. Patino on him. He'll send it back to Diasti, who will settle it down. Angelo Diasti, a big kick down the pitch. Petito stops it. Oh, good kick by him. Taken away by Doyle. Sends it towards the Morris Knolls bench. He's going to go out of bounds. Pope John with the throw-in. 20-25 to go, second half. 3-0 your score. Morris Knolls leading. Going to be Leonard with the throw-in. Here we go. Stowawi, good backwards kick off the back of his foot. It's going to go to the near sideline now. Specht sends it down the pitch. It's going to roll in. Rivera racing after before Delgado gets there. Matthew Rivera will settle it down. Listen, we talked about this, and the Pope John program has shown so many great signs this year. And remember how young they are. Bright, bright, bright future. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores on this team. It was the old song back in the 80s. The future's so bright, gotta wear shades. Here's Becht, near side. Back to Becht. Good slide tackle by Heath Gallant. See if anybody can name the band who sung that song. Future's so bright, gotta wear shades. It made an appearance on one of the 80s sitcoms, Head of the Class. If you're interested, I'll tell you the name of the band later. It's a one-hit wonder. Boot toward the goal, out of bounds, over the back line, wide left, goal kick. Pope John. It was number 13, Grayson Snell. Give me another 30 seconds to see if anybody can answer that. I haven't seen it pop on the screen. Rivera's setting up for the goal kick. Well, I'll tell you now since we have a break. It was, the band's name was Timbuk 3. Timbuk and then the number 3. The future's so bright, gotta wear shades. That perfectly describes the Pope John soccer program. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, a lot of underclassmen, a lot of hope for the future. Not to say the upperclassmen haven't done a great job. Casino, Manny Vargas, the upperclassmen are on this team, have done terrific this season, and still a good run in the 100 in Warren Sussex. And who knows what is going to happen in the state tournament. Just look at the baseball team last year. Taraz is coming in, trying to center. Here's Teo, the boot. Goal! Teo Fadillo gets Pope John on the board. He ruins Angelo Diasti's clean sheet. And with 17:25 to go in the second half, 3-1, Morris Knolls leads. Oh, you can see Fadillo setting up for that shot. He put his left foot behind it. There was no doubt. Into the right corner, in the back of the net. 3-1 now. Pope John looking for that proximate goal. It'll cut it to 1. Now, down the pitch. Goes into the far corner. Get a match again. Pope John climbing back into this. 3 goals. Looks pretty insurmountable. 2, not so much. So Leonard with the throw-in. 17:05 to go. Second half. Still plenty of time. Now Teo will take it. Hope John will do it again. All right, it's going to go over to Morris Knolls. Jackson Robinson would throw in now. And he'll give it off. Number 14, Santiago Garcia. Into Zapata. Stowawi on him. Boot toward the goal. High. Tried to bend it in. Went past the left post. Out of bounds. Goal kick, Pope John. Here's Vargas. Manny Vargas. Stopped there by Morris Knolls. Turned back around now, Poplowski. Pope John can get another threat going in the next 5 minutes or so. Try and get one more shot on goal past Diasti. You're talking about a one-goal game.
Nice, Jackson.
Robinson with it in the corner, working around Poplawski, gets it back to Zapata. Zapata, Stawali on him. Now we're to Leonard. Robinson has it back in the corner. Past Leonard, Poplawski defending. He's got a wing in the far end. It's blocked in front. The shot blocked down by Gallant. Zapata racing in, took the boot. Now another one, and a save by Rivera. The ball coming in off the foot of Liam Coviello. Good save by Rivera. The ball stopped on the near side there. Here is Jacob Luxon. Sent down the pitch. There's Vargas. Manny Vargas. Now over to Leonard. Steve Leonard will turn around. Now Poplawski. Stopped there by number 5, Jonathan Karifi. Here is Stawali. Vargas, big kick toward the middle. Teo gets a piece of it. Nowak in front. It's blocked down. Ball coming back out. Good header by Nowak. Stawali gets blocked there. Now the boot by Poplawski. High up in the air and wide right. Goal kick for Morris Knolls. But a good sign is Pope John starting to penetrate and starting to turn up the offense again. 14-20, still plenty of time. But Pope John's got to get it back on the board soon. Now Diasti with the boot down the pitch. Leonard chasing it. You got Robinson on it. 3-1, your score. Morris Knolls leading by a deuce. Here's Delgado. The shot. Wide left. Jackson Robinson missing the left post. Oh, that was quick. Delgado trying to set up Robinson, and Robinson just missing the far end there. Now Zapata. High up in the air. Toward the goal line. Rivera will get it before it crosses over. 13:23 remaining. The second half. Rivera. Now sent back down to the Pope John end. And it shows you how big that third goal was for Morris Knolls. Anthony Delgado scoring so quickly into the beginning of the second half. Without that, you're talking about a 2-1 match. Now Rivera. Less than 13 minutes remaining. Stopped there by Robinson to Delgado. Good slide tackle by Vargas. Zapata into Robinson. Jackson Robinson. Kick it back. Robinson in the corner trying to center. Comes through. Schnell stopped there by Gallant. Manny Vargas picking it up. There's Vargas racing down the pitch toward the midfield stripe. Vargas. Oh, stopped, turned back around by number 6, Gabriel Restrepo. Zapata was in the corner. Delgado picks it up. Poplawski on him. Zapata toward the net. It's tipped by Gallant. Rivera racing after it, and I believe that's going to set up a corner for Morris Knolls. 11:50 and counting. Second half. The Golden Eagles leading 3-1.
Come on, boys!
So Liam Coviello will do the honors. Here's the boot. Way across the crease, and Stawali gets his head on it toward the sideline. Held in by Morris Knolls. There's Robinson centering it. Trying to hit Delgado. Good header by Teo. Oviello in the middle. The boot over the crossbar, just missed. Tried for that top right corner, and it just sailed over the crossbar. Out of bounds, goal kick. 11 minutes remaining. Pope John still has a chance, but they got to get going quick. Vargas will come in. Rivera will just tap it to him. We're waiting for the referee whistle to start it up. Bit of a delay here. Clock continues to run. Now the kick from Rivera to Vargas. See, if you let the clock run there, when the referees have stopped it basically on the field, they should stop the clock. We had this issue in the Voorhees match on Saturday. They stopped it for a free kick. I don't know what the rules in regarding high school as far as stopping. I know in professional leagues, you don't have stoppages for free kicks. That would have made the difference because they'd run out of time. I counted it myself. After 18 seconds, there was longer than 18 seconds to get that kickoff that beat Rivera in the end of the Voorhees match. But the scorekeeper at Voorhees High School stopped the clock with 15 seconds to go. So if the referee is stopping the match and you can't get the goal kick off, why is the clock continuing to run? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Here is number 20, Jacob Luxon. He goes out of bounds. 9:20 remaining here in the second half. 3-1, Morris Knolls leading by 2. And you'll see this part of the match where Pope John will try and speed things up, get the ball out quickly, and Morris Knolls starting to slow things down. Oviello over to number 4. That is Cote. Centered toward the middle. Teo with the header. Now set up the pitch. Opat stops it there. Good move by Chris Opat. Trying to get around the defense. He still has it. Opat moving in, trying to be ridden off the ball by number 2. That is Tyler Karifi. A lot of bumping. That reminded me of, like, if you're on a NASCAR track. You ever watch NASCAR? And how the cars bump against each other? And that's what Karifi was trying to pull on Opat there. Well, free kick for Pope John. We call that trading paint. Karifi was willing to trade paint there with Opat. So a free kick for Teo Fadulo, just outside the box on the near side. Here we go. Toward the goal, tried to bend it in. Just over the crossbar. Goal kick. A good attempt by Teo. 7:47 to go, second half. Lions starting to run out of chances at this point. Gonna need another goal quickly to get back into this match. And Diasti taking his time. Here's the kick. Low line drive. Right on the foot of Coviello. Turned back around by Burns. Now the pass comes over. Slowed up by Morris Knolls. Number 20, Jacob Luxon. Here is Gallant. It's going to roll over to the Morris Knolls defense. Down the pitch it goes. Vargas stops it there. Tries to settle it. Good move around the attacker for Morris Knolls. Now Sabella on the near side. Sabella trying to hit Opat. Opat coming in. He's got a defender on him. That's Doyle. Opat toward the back line. Goes out of bounds. A goal kick for Morris Knolls. Played perfectly by Doyle there. 6.5 remaining. Second half. Diasti will settle it down. Here's the kick. Good header. Settled down by Robinson. Now sent down the pitch, turned back around by Gallant. Poplawski sends it right back down. Good header by Doyle to send it the other direction, or Terrazas would have had a jump on it. Burns trying to turn it around. Free kick as he's knocked down by Coviello. 5:52 remaining, second half. Good boot down the pitch. Turned back around by Doyle, out of bounds. We'll slow things up, but good possession there for Pope John. Stowowie, right back to Burns. Out of bounds by Morris Knolls as they continue to slow it up. 5:25 to go. Pass number 19. Kick toward the sideline. That will go out of bounds as well. Now Burns will attempt to throw it in again. Here's Terrazas. Burns trying to center it. Whistle on the play. Now another throw in. Here's Terrazas. Landed Terrazas, trying to break through. Terrazas has a lane, the shot wide right. Over the back line, goal kick. Good attempt by Terrazas, just missed. The ball sent into Yasti, he'll place it down. 4:48 to go, we're less than 5 minutes to go in the second half. 3-1, Morris Knolls leading over Pope John. Tomorrow on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, you'll have the senior night festivities for the Pope John Lady Lions volleyball team. JV game first, then the festivities for senior night, then volleyball against Randolph. It'll be tape delayed, but we'll have it on the channel later on tomorrow night. If you want to join us at Pope John High School, 4 o'clock at the Murphy Athletic Center. Free kick for Morris Knolls here, 4:35 to go. That'll be a throw-in. No, I was right, it was a free kick. I thought so, and I saw the ball on the sideline. And here's Becht. Becht has a goal today. First one in the match. Comes in, Vargas stops it. Nothing on the schedule for Friday. The soccer team moved the game against Kittatinny off of the schedule from Friday to Thursday. So if that's true, we won't be able to cover the game tomorrow. But if they had it on Friday, we would have been able to. Nothing on the schedule for Friday. If anything moves back, then we could cover that. On Saturday, we got Pope John Lion freshman football. 9 a.m. against St. Peter's Prep. Here's Terrazas. Stolen by Becht. Thomas Becht in the middle. Now over to number 14, Santiago Garcia. Garcia stopped there by Burns, and Burns turns it around quickly. Pope John's got numbers as they come across midfield. Set up to Terrazas. Doyle on him. Booted down the pitch on the far sideline. 3:20 to go, second half. And here is number 25, Aiden Kana with it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner. Wow, good play by Kana as it went off Pope John. So Poplawski last to touch it. So Morris Knolls has a corner. It's a big play for Morris Knolls, slowing down the Pope John offense there. So Becht will take the kick from the corner. Here it is. High into the box, headed out by Poplawski. Sabella on top of number 13, Schnell. There's Gallant, Heath Gallant. We're to 19, taken away by Morris Knolls. On the sideline, number 11, Casano. In the middle, to 13, Schnell, the shot, wide left, out of bounds, and a goal kick for Pope John. 2:10 remaining, second half. Rivera sets up for the kick. High boot down the pitch. Stopped by Schnell. Turned around. And there is Kana. Over to Cote. Stopped by Vargas. Now Poplawski. Poplawski will kick it ahead. Stopped by Doyle. Slows it up. And kicks it toward the far sideline. Garcia with it. Garcia. Down the pitch it goes. Kana has it. Sends it to the middle. Schnell. In the corner to number 12, Dates. Now, the kick in, blocked down by Vargas off the foot of number 11, Casano. Dates sends it back to Schnell. Schnell in the middle. Blocked down by Patino. Patino. Turn back around. There is Casano with it with 1:05 remaining. Casano over to Schnell. Schnell with the kick. Tipped over the crossbar by Rivera. What a great save off the Grayson Schnell shot by Matthew Rivera as he's able to tip it over the crossbar. But that is going to bring up a corner kick for Morris Knolls. 45 seconds remaining, second half. They started up toward the middle. Goes over the heads in the middle of the crease, out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. 35 ticks remaining, second half. Rivera places it down. He'll set it up. Now over to Vargas. 25 ticks to go. Poplowski. See if Pope John can make one more run here. Poplowski to Opat on the far side. Off the hands of number 5, Jonathan Carifi. Pope John will get it. They place it down. 8 seconds remaining. Here comes the kick toward the goal. Into the box. Terrazas. Oh, he turned it around. It just went wide right past the cage over the back line as time expires. That is your match as the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles defeat the Pope John Lions. Your final score, Morris Knolls 3 and Pope John 1. Well, the Golden Eagles getting a goal early by Thomas Becht in the first half, and then Anthony Delgado tacking on another one, make it 2-0 going into halftime. Delgado scores his second goal of the match early in the second half. Teo Fadillo gets it past Angelo Diasti with about 20 minutes to go in the second half to get Pope John on the board, but not enough, as Morris Knolls wins 3-1. Tomorrow at Pope John High School at the Murphy Athletic Center at 4 p.m., Pope John JV volleyball team will take on the Randolph Rams, followed by senior night for the seniors, and there are a lot of them on the volleyball team. We'll have that ceremony for you. And then the varsity take on the Randolph Rams. 4 p.m. from the Murphy Athletic Center on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. We will have a tape delayed, and we'll add to the channel later on tomorrow night. Nothing scheduled for Friday. If anything comes on the schedule, we'll try and grab it. On Saturday, Pope John Lion freshman football. We'll travel to Jersey City and St. Peter's Prep as the Lions will take on the St. Peter's Prep Marauders. 9 a.m. for freshmen. And then the varsity game is at Pope John High School at noon against St. Peter's. So head on out to Pope John High School for that. On Sunday, Junior Lions football, 11U and 13U, hopefully. We'll at least get one of the teams, if not both, if they're at the same place. We got to wait for the announcement from Pop Warner later in the week. And then on Monday, the Pope John Lions JV football team will take on St. Peter's Prep from Jersey City, New Jersey. We'll have that for you. Field hockey on Tuesday, soccer, I believe, on Wednesday, and then again on Friday. So we'll see what the schedule is later on. So for everyone here, as Pope John Lions boys soccer team come over to congratulate the fans and show their appreciation, which is a great tribute to them. This is Mike Formersano saying thanks for joining us. Final score once again from Rockaway, New Jersey, and Morris Knolls High School. It's the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles defeating the Pope John Lions 3-1 in boys soccer. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow for volleyball and next week for more boys soccer right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Have a good night.